Welcome to the Meditation Realm, Planeswalkers. I'm Caleb, your guide to these blind eternities. And in today's video, we're going through one of the Lord of the Rings holiday editions, our art scene cards, the Might of Galadriel. We're going to check out these 6 sweet new cards and their contents as far as our set boosters. I'm curious to see. I'm hoping that there was no issues. This came in just like this from my Amazon order. So I'm hoping that there's no integrity issues with our cards. I heard that this one is supposed to be the one where the art on the cards themselves has got the worst quality of the bunch. So we're going to curiously find out here. Alright, so let's see. First off, we got... let's see, we got that in there, so we know nobody stole it from us. Here's the scene in all of its beautifulness, ungathered on the back here. I think that's probably the best way to view it instead of trying to load the art cards in. The problem with the art cards is that the holders on the back here kind of block the cards themselves, so you can't quite view the whole scene. So I think it's better just to have the scene like this, in my opinion. Tell me what you think in the comments, Planeswalkers. I feel like this is one of these moments where it's going to be a learning thing from Wizards. We'll see what they do with the next content of this. They've got some opportunity here with both the Assassin's Creed coming out, and then, gosh, what do we have? More content after that. It seems like we have so much with these different Universes Beyond IPs. Definitely going to get a lot more. Alright, so we got 3 boosters. We got our 2 backs here. Alright, so nothing messed with as far as the cards. Let's check out the art here. Let's check out the scene first in all of its glory. We got our 16 cards, so if you can set them up on the back of the easel. So definitely a low quality easel, nothing to write home about here. But let's see. Alright, so this one should be bottom. Alright, so here we go. Left to right. So we got 1, 2, 3, and beautiful artwork in this set, by the way. If you've not had the time to really appreciate the art on so many cards, they are definitely beautiful. I have upgraded so many of my commander decks with Lord of the Rings versions of cards just because they look so amazing. Alright, that's what the scene looks like in full. We'll do a close-up view here for you guys so you can get a better view. Yeah, that's what the art scene looks like with the art cards. I think one of the best things about the art cards is you actually get to see the full art without the text and whatnot covering it up. But with that being said, we will move on to the actual cards themselves. This one definitely has some sweet cards in it, but hopefully we can actually read them. That seems to be the biggest quality issue with this one, is that the cards themselves are so faded that the art was not appreciable. And I can definitely see what they mean, right away. Yeah, that is so faded for that card. This Arboreal Alliance. It's very shiny, but very faded. X and 2 green, enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, create an XX green treefolk creature token. Whenever you attack with 1 or more elves, you populate. So you'll create more of those big tokens. And oof, definitely the foil curving on this one is much more noticeable than the last one. My oh my. You can see that one. Oof. Alright. Next card here, we've got Galadriel herself. And again, it's almost washed out. I can see how the reviews have said that this one definitely has the worst art quality of them all. This one's going to be a strong commander, though. I might consider building this one. Galadriel, Light of Valinor. 2, a green, a white, and a blue. Alliance. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. Add 3 green, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Scry 2, then draw a card. This just curves so easily into playing it, and then play another creature, get 3 green mana, play another creature with that mana, put counters on each of your creatures, or draw, scry 2 and draw a card, one of the two. I see that one doing a lot of work as a commander. For sure! Rally of the Galadriel. I might mispronounce this. I mispronounce a lot of Lord of the Rings stuff. I need to watch more of it. Sorcery for 2, a blue and a green. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, and it has Conspire. Good old mechanic. As you cast a spell, you may tap 2 untapped creatures you control that share a color with it. When you do, copy it, and you may choose a new target for the copy. Allows you to be able to take advantage of some of those token decks like elves here and make a bunch of token copies. Galadriel's Dismissal, an instant for 1 white with Kicker for 2 and a white. Target creature phases out. If this spell was kicked, each creature target player controls phases out instead. So it's a good way to either save a creature on your side or remove a creature that's attacking you and or an opponent's board or your board. I definitely see this card seeing a lot of commander play. Again, the art's just, I don't know, definitely feels underwhelming with the shine. Like it's harder to see. You can't appreciate it as much. We have a sorcery here, Miss of Lorien for 2 and a blue. It has Replicate for a blue. Return target non-land permanent and each other non-land permanent with the same mana value as that permanent to their owner's hand. So this is a good way to be able to wipe the board pretty easy. If you spend, let's say 6 mana, you target 1 permanent, and then you spend 3 more, you target 3 other permanents, and you get to return everything of those CMCs. So you hit a 2-drop, a 3-drop, a 4-drop, and a 5-drop, and you're getting rid of everything that's been played in the first few turns of the game. Definitely seems like this will be a strong blue removal card. The only downside is that it will hit your stuff, so you got to be careful on that one. And then we have the Galadriel Brigade. Elf Soldier for 2 and a green. He's a 2/2. He has Squad for 1 and a green. And then other elves you control get +1/+1. Cool. So he helps you make multiple token copies of himself to help pump up your dudes, and he can just be a whole army in and of itself. Pretty sweet. Definitely some playable cards for Commander, especially for those elf decks. Elves keep getting all the love, but it's one of those tribes that do. Elves, vampires, goblins, dragons. Gotta show love for our typo decks. But yeah, so we're moving away from tribal now, that's right. They've been using typo. I think they're going to end up going with Kindred is what they said for the mechanic. Ooh, we have a signed art card. It's Giant Spider here, Shelob. Pretty sweet. Pretty strong card, too. Alright, so we're going to go here, get through our commons and uncommons. See if we get anything sweet here at the end. We get a Barad-dûr, a land, legendary land. Always good to have the legendary lands for Commander. They're definitely playable. And then we got a foil, uncommon, Strider, Ranger of the North. And a token. Nothing too special with that one. Land's always good for Commander, but other than that, no real value in that one. On to pack number 2. We have good old Sauron art card. Move past our commons and uncommons here pretty quickly. Unless you get a Nazgul, I don't think there's really much for value anymore. Because of the reprint of this set coming out again. Most of the other uncommons, we got a lot of reprints of. Alright, our rare here is Shagrit, the Loot Bearer. And then we got a foil uncommon, Nimrodel Watcher. And our list card is Thran Forge. Okay, nothing too special there. The list cards, to me, I think that there shouldn't have been list cards if it's not like a theme related to the set. You shouldn't have uncommon and common list cards. It just really depreciates the value of that slot, in my humble opinion. So we got an art card here in our lands. Alright, we're going to go ahead and skip through most of these real quickly. Because again, unless we're hitting a Nazgul, we don't really care about these commons and uncommons. Brand, I've been irked by all these commons and uncommons. I don't see us getting more than one rare. We got Lost Isle Calling and a foil common Mirkwood Bet. Hey, at least this is a playable one for Commander. I highly recommend playing this in your token-related decks. This will do a lot of work. You play a treasure, you sack a treasure, each opponent loses a life. Just think about the implications with that in every treasure-related deck. Card does work. Thank you for joining me, Planeswalkers. I'm always happy to have you here. Like, share, and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you here on the next video.